This episode of Logan Chops Reviews is sponsored in part by Ion Games. It's in our nature. The Giveaway Geek. The Getting Geeky with Game Relief podcast. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Logan Chops Reviews. In this one we'll be covering Thug Life. It's a game for 2 to 6 players by Horseshoe Games. In it you'll control a hood. You're a gang boss, and you're in control of your hood, and you've got to move your prospects and your thugs to the streets to do battle with the other crime bosses while trying to earn respect to reach the coveted 13 respect and be the big boss of the game. We're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the pieces of the game and the game board, of which we have right here right now. So this is your hood that everybody has in the game. They're going to start off with this. On this side, you can see it says Stash right here. This is where all your prospects are going to start. Everybody starts off with 9 different prospects of different colors. And then also it's where you'll keep your dollar bills right there. It also has a spot up here whenever you are able to use an action to move your prospects to the front. He will become a thug, and they'll be kept in this general area here. You also have a side where you'll be able to play your homie cards, your rides, and your turf. And we'll go through the different stuff when we get to the cards over there. So everybody gets one of these as their player board. And then the main board you have is right here. It's double pieced for the preview copy we have. As you can see, it's hard to keep up a little bit like that and puzzle piece it together. There we go. And you'll see it when we set it up. You've got 2 spots over here on the street where you have a street deck that you'll shuffle up and you'll split the 2 parts. Any cards you play will be discarded down here. You'll keep track of your respect on this track right here. Whoever reaches 13 first wins. You can only get that coveted last respect right there by beating an opponent and by picking a fight with them. Up here is where you'll have your drama deck, and at the beginning of every single round, you'll turn over a new card. And if you ever have 3 cards and you've got to turn out a 4th card, you take your oldest card and you discard it and you move it that way, and you put the 4th card out this way. But this is where a lot of the action happens in the game. It's where the cops will be placed. It's where any homies you have that are not homies, any thugs you have or homies that you've used and are burned out, they'll be here in the streets. It's where you keep the stash of cash that you'll earn will be here just at the start of the game. This is where you spend a lot of your time. So let's go ahead and get to some of the standees and the cards in the game. Okay, and here we have the standees that are with our copy of the game. Don't know how they're going to end up during the Kickstarter. They might be little figurines. You never know. It all depends on funding goals. You can see these are these ones with the green bases and these ones with the purple bases. These are all thugs for the game. Each set has a different colored base, and then the token tracker that you use to keep track of them on the respect track actually matches the bases. Like this is a green dollar bill. They got the green bases here, and all these. You'll see I'm playing that one during the game. These ones with the purple bases right here. Got the little purple figure. That's the one that Gothy will be using during the game. This little standee right here denotes who is the big boss for the round. This is the person that is in the lead in respect on the board. They get this token. If there's any ties over who that is, then the big boss from the previous round gets to break that tie and decides who actually gets to be the big boss. You got some other standees over here, the ones that you'll see in the game that when we're playing with the pink bases are different homies, and these are all different while these are all same. All the thugs of the different color are all same. These are all different because they have corresponding homie cards that will come up, and when you play them to your board, you'll actually get to move the token from the side to the card and be able to use that standee. Got some pit bulls right here. Of course, what hood isn't complete without pit bulls? Awesome. And then you've got a bunch of officers of the law, cops, whatever you want to call them. I like to call them Bob, but not in game. Just like behind their back when they're walking away. Be like, bye, Bob. Anyway. And you got a bunch of dollar bills. There's more than this in the game, but this is what I just grabbed a handful of them to show you. There's stacks of dollars. Dollar bill, yo. And then you have your 2 dice. There's a red dice and a blue dice. The red dice is whenever you're making crime rolls. You'll roll
That's black.
Oh, sorry, black. Sorry, Gothy. I'm going way too... I'm holding the red dice in one hand, black in this one. Sorry. The black dice is for whenever you're making crime rolls, and you see it's got numbers on there. It's got shields. If a shield comes up, you'll add a cop to the board. And then you also have the crime and or street dice, which is red, and it has skulls on it. If skulls are rolled, then it's an automatic kill, which will remove people from the board. And it's got numbers, and it's got a shield, too. So... these are some of this. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cards before we get to the gameplay. All right, so let's take a look at some of these cards for Thug Life. Every player gets a little turn sequence card right here. As you can see, it says what goes on during your street phase, what you can use your actions for, and what you can use what you can do for free, like playing caution cards, weapons, and such, and then the draw at the end of your phase. And on the back of it, it actually has a little iconography.
Legend?
Or you can just say legend. Yeah, it has a little legend of all the little symbols that are used on the cards during the game, which we'll go through here in a second. As I show you some of these cards, you can see like on the bottom, it's got drama happy, drama sad, as the smile now and cry later, the faces that are usually tattooed on people. I don't know. They're not on me. I got a bunch of tattoos, but not those. When you see, these are the drama cards, which, like I said before, will be turned over at the beginning of the turn. You have sad drama, which is signified by the blue mask right there, you'll see. And then also happy drama, signified by that blue mask up there in the corner. And they do different things. Like you can see the bad ones or sad ones have different bad stuff that happens. The good ones have different good stuff that can happen, but also they usually have little cutbacks. You can see like this one, the happy one, house party. So at the start of their turn, bosses may place any number of their thugs or hoods on house party. At the end of each round, the boss with the most figures on house party gains 1 respect. Any boss with no figures on house party gains no respect, or loses 1 respect. I'm sorry. So you know, it kind of has a good and a bad. If you choose not to put any figures on there, you're going to lose respect at the end of the round. But if you put some on there, and you put the most on there at the beginning of the round, you'll gain respect. So it's got a good and a bad, even though it's classified as a good drama. Good drama. Never thought I'd use that phrase in my life. Good drama. Or happy drama. Happy drama. Anyway, the bad one here, as you can see, is Gang War. Gang War says, discard all drama when Gang War comes into play. So if there were other drama cards on the board, you discard them all. Bosses that do not pick a fight with another boss lose 1 respect. So yeah, so not only does it get rid of any other drama that's out there, that could be helping you during the game. It also, if you don't pick a fight with a boss, you'll lose 1 respect, which could kind of suck if you don't have that many thugs or homies to use. So there's some of the drama cards. There's a whole stack of them we got in this game. Let's go through some of the other cards so you'll be familiar with them as we come across them in the game. This one is a vehicle. Or what does it say on the board? Having the player board right here. It's a ride. So you got your hood right here. I'll move those out of the way right there. Move my sheet right there. So you got your player board right here. Let's say you got a vehicle, you want to play your ride. You put your ride right there on the player board. This one is Van Cool. You play it during your street phase, and then once it's in play, you can use its ability for free, but it costs an action to actually put it from your hand into play. Like this one, Van Cool says, drive-by with up to 6 figures. You draw 1 card before you roll the red or black die. Add 1 success to the result of your roll. Actually, I don't think it counts as a success. It's power. Add 1 power to the result of your roll. So you'll place your guys up to 6 guys that are hanging out in your little hood here. You go ahead and put them on there. You drive them over to your opponent's hood, and you have your battle there. Like it says, you get to draw a card. But then afterwards, after it's used, all the guys on it and the card go over to the streets because it'll be burnt out and exhausted, not be able to come back to you and use till there is a watch change, which you'll see in the game. This one, you got another one here, like Skull Patrol. Skull Patrol is a drive-by with up to 2 figures, because it's a motorcycle. Can't fit that many people on there to do a drive-by. Add 1 power to the result for your red or black die. After you roll a red die, you may remove the ride and any figures on it from the fight. So you got a little manipulation there, but those cards go right there. Some other ones you have your homies right there, like Smiley right here. Once you play this card, you'll get his figurine. You'll be able to put it on him in the game, and then you can use his little ability. It says play Smiley in the streets, pick a fight with a single thug in the streets, because usually you have to fight all the thugs of one color in the street whenever you pick a fight in the street. But you can actually pick a fight with one thug in the street. If you lose, remove Smiley from the game. But he actually counts as, because usually each figurine in the game counts as 1 power. He counts as 2 power as his result right there, because he's kind of a buff guy. He's been working out. I gotta take some lessons from him. Get fat. Anyway, so he's over here. That's what happens when you live the good life sitting in a chair reviewing games. You get kind of a little chunky. Anyway, there's another one. It's a Shy Girl right here. She's got a little ability herself. She'll place Shy Girl into the streets. Move any 2 thugs from their hood into the streets. So you can actually mess around with your opponent. You can actually get him to take some of his thugs from the hood, put them in the streets, so they follow her. But she, in a fight, if she's out there, no power. 0. She's not worth it in a fight. Other cards you have turf cards. Turf cards are used. They put in there, they have an ability, and they turn and flip over, and they don't come back until they have the shift change, street change, watch change, whatever you want to call it. This one right here is Pelons. You play during Street Fights. Choose up to 3 other bosses. Take 1 card from the hand of those bosses. Keep one of them to discard the rest. So that goes right there in your turf section of the board. Once you use that ability, you can go and turn it down. It'll come back afterwards. What's this other one right here? I've got Taco Benders. You gain $1 and add 1 thug to your hood, and you flip this card face down. And like I said, it won't come back until after the shift change. Some other notable cards you'll have, because one of the options you have in the game is to attempt a crime. To attempt a crime, you need a card with a dagger on it, like that. This is a crime card, and it's not like a fight. The crime card, you're not doing anything. You're attempting a crime, but it's not directly against another boss. Like this one already says right here. If successful, gain $1, 1 card, and you get 1 additional action. And this little red 2 down here that you see, this is the number you're trying to beat. So whenever you roll your crime dice, I don't have it. Oh, it's back in the box already. You roll the black crime dice, and you add any thugs you want to help assist in that crime. You'll add the number from there to this, and then if you beat that 2, you're successful. If you roll a shield, you'll actually get confronted by the cops. So you got to watch out for that. You add 1 cops to the streets and then get confronted. That's a crime. Money laundering is always a crime. Hey, look at the black dice. Thank you, Gothy. See, shield, you roll it. There's no skulls on this one like there is on the fight dice, because you're not killing anything. Because you're just committing a crime. So you have to roll it, try to beat that number. Oh, I got a shield. Time to start adding cops to the street. Anyway, money laundering. This card is, if successful, you gain $2 on 2 cards. This is a tech crime. It says you may not use your rides or weapons when you attempt this crime, and you need to beat a 3 to actually achieve the money laundering crime. There's just stuff that you can play your turn to try to get their stuff. Speaking of weapons, Pit Bull. You saw the little figurines in here. This lets you place a Pit Bull on your hood, and then you discard this card. And when a boss picks a fight with you, you add 1 power to your red die roll. Pit Bull may be killed, but it does not count as a thug. So the stuff that wants to add thugs and stuff is not. It counts as a weapon. Put that over there. Another one is an SMG. Ooh, gonna shoot some people? Yeah. Same thing. It adds power to your dice roll, lets you re-roll ones, and then you got to discard it because it's a weapon. Other things you can play, there's caution cards like this that usually they're played for free on your turn. And like with weapons, you can play them anytime for free and place them in your hood. But usually you want to hold them in your hand and play them during a fight. You can play weapon cards, bring them out there, do them. But sometimes you just play them out there so everybody knows what you have, so that you kind of intimidate them. But caution cards can be played usually at any time. They're played for free on your turn. Sometimes you play them on other players' turns, depending, to do some hand manipulation, some thug manipulation, different stuff like that. This one is a Rent-A-Cop. You play after any black die roll. Challenge the result of that, or change the result. Sorry, change the result of that die roll to a shield, which will add a cop to the fight. And then, show this one. Smile now, cry later. Oh, it's those drama masks. Oh, yeah, I know somebody with that tattoo. Let's take 1 additional turn after this one is over, skipping your turn during the next round. So you get an extra turn now, skip your turn later. Smile now, cry later. It's awesome. So those are the cards. So let's go ahead and get this all set up and show you how to play Thug Life. All right, and here we have our prototype review copy of Thug Life. Remember that everything you see is just a prototype. It's not indicative of what the final copy will look like at the end of the Kickstarter. We've got our Streets board set up out here with our tokens for our bosses on the board. We start off at 2 respect out of the 13 on the board, because we start off with the spot where the equal to the number of bosses that we have in the game. So it's myself and Gothy, so 2 bosses, so we both start off with 2 respect. We've got our extra stash of cops, pit bulls, and homies over here if they end up coming up during the game. We've got $10 in the board because it's 5 for each boss in the game, along with the 2 cops. 2 cops start off on the board at the beginning of the game. Our dice for fights and crimes. Our big boss token right there. Our player boards, which we each have 3 thugs starting with 6 prospects in there. Gothies are all taking a nap. And we each start off with $1 bill in our hood. Plus, we've got our deck split in half here, the Streets deck, and we've got the Drama deck here. We've also gone ahead and drawn our 3 starting cards from our hands, so we're kind of ready and familiar with what we have, and we will start. So we got to figure out the first step, because everything's played out in rounds. So the first phase or step of the round is to see who is going to be the big boss for the round. And, but it's supposed to be whoever's committed a crime most recently, but me and Gothy are kind of straight edge now. We're not like how we used to be back in the day.
But if you want to count back in the day, it's still all you.
It's still all me back in the day. Yeah, I wasn't that good of a person. Anyway, so we'll go ahead, Rochambeau. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I win. So I'm going to be the big boss. I'll take the big boss tokens, which means I will settle any ties or anything, and also I get to go first in the round. So sorry about that. Forgot to put my phone on silent, which I will do now. We'll try to edit that out of the video, maybe. Probably not. Anyway.
I did.
Whatever. So first part of it is we got to turn out a drama card. Drama. Yeah, so let's see what we got for drama. Big boss turned out drama. Gangbang. Each boss must place up to 3 thugs onto the streets when gangbang comes into play. Bosses may pick fights against thugs in the street as a free action. Bosses gain 2 respect when they do so. Okay, so we got to place up to 3 thugs into the street. I'm gonna place 2 into the street. Gothy's gonna place 2 also. All right, and then it comes to the street phase during your turn, which you have 3 actions. You can take any of these 3 actions to either jump a thug in, which means you move one of your prospects to the main part of your hood. You can place one of the thugs you already have in your hood into the streets and grab a dollar and put it into your stash back there if you'd like.
It's called grinding.
It's called grinding in the game. Thank you, Gothy. You can use an action to upgrade your hood, which means you can play either a homie ride or turf. You can spend an action to pick a fight, where you choose either another hood, some thugs that are in the streets, or the cops that are in the streets to pick a fight against. Or you can attempt a crime by playing a card that has the dagger on it, which are our crime cards. There's also free actions you can take, which are using a weapon and different stuff. You can pay one of your dollars to draw a street card. You could use the ones with the little caution symbols on them. We'll go through all those. You probably saw them in the description, because I'm most likely going to go over everything in detail there. Okay, so for my first action, let's see. My first action, I am going to go ahead. I'm going to jump a thug in, so make a prospect into a thug. So that's one action. Let's see. I am going to yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump another one in. So that's 2 actions. So I got 3 thugs in my hood right there. And then I am going I'm gonna go ahead and attempt a crime. I'm gonna go ahead and play tag. So that choose a boss. If successful, that boss loses 1 respect, and I will gain 1 respect. And also, I gain an additional action, which is a separate sentence, so I guess I gain it anyway, whether I win or lose. It means I gain 1 additional action. And so I need to beat a 1, as you'll see right there, for committing a crime. Now, when you commit a crime, you take the crime dice right here. It's got all the little numbers on there. And I've got to choose a boss. So I'm choosing you.
Oh, me?
I'm choosing you. You're the only other boss here. You're the boss. Okay. So, to commit a crime, I got to choose any number of thugs that I have, or rides, or homies for my hood. Roll the crime die. And add 1 power for each thug among those from the bonuses and this and that I like to do. Yeah. And then roll it. And I got to beat the number that is on that card, which is a 1. So I'm just going to choose 1 homie. 1 homie. So he'll give me a +1, plus whatever else is on this die. 1. So 1 plus the 1 homie is 2, which beats that 1 down there. So I am successful in my crime. And since I chose you, you will lose 1 respect, and I will gain 1 respect. And then this goes into the discard pile down there. Ooh, I also get another action. Yay! Oh, let's see. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I'm looking at these rules over here for the different fights, because I think I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. Oh, this guy. Since I use this guy in a crime, he doesn't just stay out here. He actually goes to the streets, which means I can't use him. People in the streets are not active. Let's see. I think I will pick a fight. Because this gangbang card right here says you can pick a fight against thugs in the street as a free action. Oh, you can do it as a free action. That means to get another action. Okay, free action. I'm going to pick a fight with your guys in the street. I'm going to use both of my guys right here to pick a fight with your guys. Pick fights against thugs in the street. Yeah. Woo! Street fight rules. So yeah, I got to fight all of your thugs, homies, and everything. I can't single out any targets, and I've got to resolve the fight. See, the winner gains 1 respect, the loser loses 1 respect, and removes 1 of their thugs from play. But according to this card, bosses gain 2 respect whenever they win. Okay, so since I'm picking a fight, I will roll the red die, and then you will get to roll the red die. I'm not using any weapons or anything, am I? No, I don't think I'm going to use any weapons. All right, so let's go ahead and... Ooh. That's a total of 5. I don't have any kill results. We gotta check for kill results as usual. Yep.
I got 5 too.
Oh, you got 5. Let's see. We have never had a tie come up in any of these things. What happens with a tie? Nobody rolled a shield.
I think the attacker.
Let's see. Defenders roll. That's a hood fight. Just regular general fight rules. Trying to check it out real quick. We've never actually had a tie. If it's a tie, the attacker wins. Okay, so I win. Yay. All right. Thank you, Jonathan. Right. You know what? You're going to start reading all the rules of the game. Okay, so I win. So I'm going to gain 2 respect. 1, 2. And you lose 1 respect, but you can't go below 1 there. These guys are used here. And that was a free fight according to the gangbang card. So as my third action, I'm gonna jump in another guy. It's up there. And my turn, well, it's my draw phase now, so I get to draw from 1 to 2. I'm gonna draw from this pile over here to refill my hand up to 3. Alright, and play will pass to you for your street phase.
Finally.
Whatever.
Alright, I wanna jump in a guy. And then I'm gonna make a grow house.
Okay. So she's playing a turf card.
It says take money from the stash of another boss. Gain 1 respect. Flip this card face down. Using this turf is a drug crime.
Yeah. And it costs an action to do that, right? Yes, to activate the card. Or is it a free action to activate cards?
I don't know.
Usually we just go through and just kill each other right away. We don't usually play a lot of turf cards and this, that, and thug cards and everything. All these rides.
I had some bad hands before.
Yeah, we did. Oh. No, they're free to use once placed.
Alright, I'm gonna use it then.
You're gonna use it. Okay, so what are you doing?
Taking money from you.
From my stash. Oh, okay. So you take one money from my stash,
and then I'm gaining 1 respect.
And 1 respect. You're up to 2 respect.
And then I flip it.
Yep, flip face down. Okay, and that won't unflip until we have a shift change.
So that was 2 actions.
2 actions. 2 actions.
I'm gonna be slinging some drugs.
Nope. You gonna commit a crime or
Yeah.
attempt a crime?
If successful, take money or 1 card from each adjacent boss. Gain a respect. This is another drug crime.
Oh, this is a drug crime. Yeah, because there's different types of crime in the game. There's different stuff that dictates stuff on crimes. Different homies that do stuff for drug crimes or whatnot. Okay, so you're trying to commit a crime. So you're going to use 1 guy. All right, roll that beautiful bean footage. 2.
Hey.
All right, so 2 plus the 1 you get from the guy is 3, which beats the 2 on the card. So it is successful. You get to take cash, or you get to take a dollar or a card from each adjacent boss.
You have no more money, right?
I have no more dollars. Okay, choose a card. All right, take that 1.
Ha.
Okay. Card, and then you gain 1 respect, right?
Yes.
So you're up to 3 now. You're slowly
This
gaining
guy
on me.
goes up here.
He goes into the street since you used him. Card goes into discards. All right.
So that was my 3rd action.
That's just 3 actions. So you go ahead and draw up until you have 3 cards in your hand. Right there.
All right.
Now we get to the 4th step. After everybody has their street phase and their draw phase and their turn, we go to the 4th step, which is to check the shift change. So we have to check and see if everybody has homies in their hood. I'm sorry, thugs in their hood. Homies are over here. If they have thugs in their hood, and check the cops in the street. Now, if there are either no cops in the streets, or there are any one player has no thugs in their hood, there's a shift change. And let's see, but there's no shift change right now. We've got cops in the streets. A shift change is kind of like a reset for the game. And when we get to it, we'll show you, but we won't go over that right now. But if no shift change occurs, all the homies remain in the street. The turf cards remain inactive. They don't flip back up because it's like a reset. And the cops in the street remain in the street, and the drama doesn't go away. So no shift change. So we go ahead and go to the check stash bonus. So it's basically at the end of the round. The big boss checks everybody's stash and gives 1 respect for every $3 you have in your stash. So you check me. I have no dollars, so I don't get 1 respect. You've got $2. So you don't get 1 respect. You have to have at least 3. All right. So then it goes back to the top of the round where we do the big boss check. Whoever has the most respect becomes the big boss, which is me. I'm still in the lead. Boom. Yay. All these guys are standing on the 6. All right. And then we push drama out. So we're going to get another drama card. Yeah. Ooh. Let's see. Car wash. So at the start of their turn, each boss adds 1 thug to their hood. During their street phase, each boss may spend 1 action to draw 2 cards. Oh, awesome. All right, that's a good drama right there. Okay, so now we start. It's at the start of my turn. I add 1 thug to my hood right there, so I have 2. I'll go ahead and look at my cards here, see what I have. So during the street phase, these bosses. I got 2 guys. Got 1 guy. I think I'm gonna take it easy this turn, or possibly. I'm gonna. So okay. So my first action, I'm gonna jump in a thug right there. So I have 3, and then I'm gonna go ahead. I think I'm gonna fight the cops. Yeah, get those cops out of there. When you fight the cops, you fight all of the cops. It counts as everything. But if you fail, it is kind of bad. Yeah. So, let's see. Is it just like a regular fight? I go ahead and dictate some guys. Let's say I'm going to use 2 guys. 2 guys to fight those cops. Yeah. And now it says, a little confusing. I haven't got a rules errata from the creators, and it's not really in the handbook. But usually, if you fight a hood or you fight guys on the streets, you can play weapons. But it doesn't specify if you can play weapons on your fight with your cops, which I don't see why not. Why you wouldn't be able to use a weapon on your fight with a cop. But at this point, after you choose how many thugs you're going to use, is when you usually use a weapon or you declare weapons. So I'm going to go ahead and use an SMG, which lets me add 1 success to my either red die or black die roll, as I can re-roll my first 1 if I roll a 1, and then I have to discard this card. So I'm using a weapon in the fight with the cops. And so just like anything else, I will roll, and then Gothy's going to roll for the cops, so she's the player to my left, and then we'll apply any kill results before we do anything. So we'll go ahead, let's roll my red, see if I get any kill results. No, but I got a 3. So right now my total is 3, 4, 5, 6, or 6 from the card. Let's see if Gothy rolls any kill results for the cops. Nope, but she does roll a shield. I'm not sure. Shields usually add cops to fights, but that's during a crime or a street fight. I don't think it actually applies during when you're fighting cops. So, it doesn't specify.
It says...
Huh? What does it say? Cops. Yeah, 1 cop. That's what I was saying. You gain... Yeah. You gain 1 cop. This says lose 1 cop on the red die. Lose 1 cop.
Oh.
Yeah. Your resources. You gain 1 cop or you lose 1 cop. So maybe lose 1 cop. That's removed there. Okay. So, my number is still higher than the cops, because the cops only have 1. And I rolled 6. Yay. Okay. So this cop is defeated. My guys will actually go to the streets. This gets discarded. I don't gain any respect, as far as I remember, for defeating cops. I think it's just for picking on your fellow bosses. Nope, you don't get anything. If you failed in a crime and then you fight the bosses, you get respect and everything. But that's not the case here. All right, so that was my 3rd action, right? Yeah. 3 actions. So end of my turn, or end of my street phase, I draw till I have 3 cards. Let's see, draw 1 there, and I'll draw that 1 there. All right, and then we'll pass to you, Gothy, and you go ahead. So you got to remember the car wash. At the start of your turn, you gain 1 thug. Woo. And you can spend 1 action to draw 2 cards if you'd like.
I'm going to actually get a new car.
Hey!
Slow Rider.
So you're going to play a ride. Awesome.
It says drive-by with up to 4 figures. Add 1, attack to the result of your red or black dice. At the beginning of your turn, gain 1 respect.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's for your first action, to upgrade your hood with a ride. All right.
My second action is to actually use it.
Oh, you're gonna drive by. Oh, okay.
So, here we go.
Okay, so this counts as picking a fight, and she's targeting me with her ride. You don't put it in my ride spot. Stay in your ride spot. You put it. That's what my ride spot. Drive by. Okay, so since she's doing a drive by on me, it's a hood fight. So man. Okay, so since I have at least 1 guy in my hood, I gain a +2 bonus. Man. Anyway, winner's gonna gain 1 respect. Take $1 from the stash and adding it to their own.
I need to let you make more money so I can keep.
Yeah, defeated boss loses 1 respect and 1 thug after applying for the result. Oh, drive-by says, oh no, special attacks. Drive-bys. Okay, boss must use a ride. Yeah. Cannot make a drive-by with more figures in the ride drive-by value. Boss must combine multiple rides, or may combine multiple rides. Nope. Not doing it. You're just doing a 1 ride. Okay. But I still get to choose. Okay, I'm going to go. Check and see if I have any cards that let me do anything. No. Yeah, check the cards.
Alright, ready?
Whatever, roll it.
Pew, pew.
Oh, okay, so you get 1 kill result, so you kill off my guy. 1 kill. So now, yeah, you're definitely going to get a... so, apply any bonuses. I got a +2 bonus for my hood. But I got no guys to defend with. So you got a 3. Yeah. So you go ahead, yeah, and at the beginning of your turn, you're going to gain a... but yeah, but since you won, you gain 1 respect, and you get to raid my hood for $1, but I have none. So you go ahead and gain 1 respect. You're up to 4, and I lose 1 respect and 1 thug if any remain, which they don't. So we're now tied for respect right here.
And these guys go to the street.
And these guys, yeah, also go to the street since you used them for an attack. All right. Okay.
And then...
Yeah, your third action.
I'm going to jump in another guy.
Jump in another guy. Okay.
And draw up.
And then, yeah, draw 1 card from
I'm actually going to discard the 2 that
Oh, yeah, you can discard before you draw up. So she's going to discard those 2 cards and then draw up 3 from the same deck?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
No problem. Don't reach all the way over here. All right. So now that it's at the end of both of our street phases, now we do a check. So since we are checking right now, we get the show. Let me see. Let me read off exactly what happens. So you return all thugs, rides, and homies to their hood board. So all my thugs, they go back there. They go into your stash. They don't go, or do they? No, they go to your hood board. Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, the front portion, not the stash. Sorry. And then you reset any turf cards, so you get to reset your card. We reset the cops in the streets to 2. And then each boss gets to draw from the street deck until they're holding 3 cards, because you might have used them during the turn. Now I've got 3 cards. You got 3 cards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we discard all active drama cards right here. They will be discarded. Put them right there. All right. And then it goes to the check for your money, stash check. Neither one of us, gets any respect for our stash because neither one of us get any money. All right. And then back to the beginning of the round. Where's Big Boss check? Okay, it's been a couple turns. We'll fast forward a little bit. We're almost at the end of the game. I am currently sitting at 12 respect. Gothy is at 10 respect. Even though I have ways that I can gain respect and get there, the only way you can gain that last respect to be able to win by getting a 13 is by fighting a boss. It is at the beginning of this turn. Let's see. I'm the big boss. Since I'm in lead with respect, I keep the big boss track. We're going to turn out the drama card, see what we got. House party. At the start of their turn, bosses may place any number of thugs or homies on house party. At the end of each round, the boss with the most figures on house party gains 1 respect. Any bosses with no figures on house party loses 1 respect. That's at the end of the round. So at the start of their turn, you can place stuff there, but I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so let's see. So I guess I'm going to try to get that last respect. I'm going to need to fight you a little bit. So my first one I'm going to use, my first action I'm going to use to jump in on me. And then, I'm just going to go out all out gang war. I'm just going to... They're coming, it's like, right there. They're coming for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 thugs. Oh.
Okay, so
okay.
there's gonna be.
Well, whenever you pick a fight with a hood, I gotta fight all your guys, right? Yeah.
That's 6, and then she's gonna add.
So
herself.
Yeah, she counts as 1. Was that Mickey D's? Yeah.
She counts 2.
Huh? No, she counts as 1. She's only 1. So Mickey D, she counts as 1. All right. So let's do this. So I gotta roll the red fight die, and Gothy will roll it afterwards and see. We'll see who's doing this thing. So this is 9 plus my. Oh, okay. So I got 2 for kill result. So I killed 2 of your guys. Then you roll a red die. You get +2 to your attack. Alright, so at least my kill results took some of your guys out. So my 9 guys to your, what was that, 5, 6, 7 on your roll. Alright, so I win the fight. All of our guys are exhausted. Go out there like that. I gain, so for winning a fight, I gain 1 respect. Yay! So both of our hoods were wiped out. We each gain 1 respect afterwards, so you still get to go up a little bit. Do I get to steal money from you?
No.
I want to steal money from you anyway. I get to raid your hood. You're a liar. Give me one of your dollars.
You lose the respect.
That's at the end of the time. It doesn't even matter. I'm at 13 lives. This isn't even the end of the round. That was my second action of the turn. I finally won a game. It's Thug Life. Here. I don't have a hat around me right now. Anyway. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get to that review. So as you can see, Thug Life is a pretty good game of street warfare and just all-out craziness. You know, we here at Logan Chops Reviews don't condone the use of violence or gangs or anything of that sort, but this is a board game. We don't expect you guys to go out and actually commit any crimes or anything. Hopefully. Please don't. You know, if you're going to do it in the game. Thug Life. Kickstarter, July 11th. It's an awesome resource management game. You know, you sit there, go around, try to recruit some thugs, get some money, earn some respect, like I try to do in the board game reviewers industry. It's kind of working. Anyway, go ahead and leave us a comment on this video below to let me know what you think of the game, of our reviews, anything. Head on over to our Facebook page. Make sure to give us a like there and go ahead and leave us a review on the page and let us know what you think about our reviews for Thug Life or any other game. And make sure you check out Thug Life on Kickstarter and check out our sponsors down in the links below. And I'll throw up a link to Thug Life whenever it's live on Kickstarter also. So if you see this video, make sure you come back to it. Go down there, hit that link, go over, pledge. Awesome game. If you like resource management games, if you like the streets, yo, where's my bandana? No? No. Coffee says
not in this neighborhood.
yeah, not in the neighborhood we live in. We can probably, instead of playing the game, we just go outside and live it half the time. Anyway, Logan Chops Reviews, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Happy gaming.